Okay, so let's talk about that for a minute. So it's so ironic that we're doing this and you have no idea, but I recently had a conversation with a donor who has a general concern about the kind of thing that you're talking about here. And so I want you to be able to talk to those people who are like, why would you give them these outs? Like, why would you hand them a better pro-choice argument that they can then move to instead of like going in for the kill, you know, like that kind of thing. Like you've totally got them on the science thing. They said the anti-science thing. You can come in and be like, nope, that's not right. But you're doing a thing where you're saying like, you can still be pro-choice and agree with me about the scientific facts here by saying X, Y, or Z. And some pro-life people here will be like, why would you help them stay pro-choice? Aren't you trying to make them pro-life? Like, why are you doing that?
I think it would be really naive for me to think that if I just change their mind about the biology thing, they're going to become pro-life and stay pro-life forever.
See, I don't think that's obvious to most pro-life people. I think a lot of pro-life people, and again, not making fun, like, are just like, to them, it's like, they must just be confused about the humanity of the unborn. And as soon as they unlock that, like, that's the silver bullet. This is a human, therefore, this is a human rights issue, and all humans should be equal. So, like, we're good to go. Like, that should be all that pro-choice people need to change their mind.
The problem is that's not the kind of argument that the smartest pro-choice people out there are making.
Right.
The smartest pro-choice people understand that the unborn is biologically a member of the species, but they've found other ways to justify abortion. Now, I think those other ways still have very, very big problems with them. But if I talk to a pro-choice person and I manage to convince them on the biology, they might be pro-life for a day or a year or 10 years, but eventually they're probably going to run into one of those more powerful pro-choice arguments.
Yep.
And I don't want them to just go back and switch their mind and become pro-choice again.
Right.
And so I would rather dismantle all the pro-choice arguments at once if I can. And so I think it's actually better if they have a bad pro-choice argument to hand them a better one and then talk about why that one also doesn't make sense so that they don't come across it in the wild, quote unquote, because I don't want to just change their mind for a day.
Right.
I want to actually change their mind about the issue.
There's a few other things I think you're doing there too. Is one, you're showing that you're intellectually honest. Like you are willing to, like the fact that you're willing to say there are better pro-choice arguments means that you are comfortable with the idea of them not changing their mind today. Which that's not the way people debate politics. This is not how people do it. And it also shows that you understand this issue really well, that you can make a better pro-choice argument than they can, which I think then makes you kind of intriguing because it's like, well, if you understand the pro-choice view better than I do and you're still not pro-choice, maybe there's a good reason for that. And I think most importantly, given that most people are not capable of changing their mind in one day about such a serious topic, like you kind of knowing that and saying like, look, you can agree with the scientific facts here and stay pro-choice makes it a lot easier for them to kind of drop their defenses and accept that maybe they were wrong about the scientific facts here. And like you've incrementally gotten them to accept some change of the view while kind of maintaining the parts that they care the most about that you can still try to get at later. And it might be in 3 conversations, but you're realizing they're not going to change their mind probably in one day, and that's okay. In online marketing, sometimes people talk about like you try to get a micro yes out of people. Like it's a lot easier for like a nonprofit to get someone to like your Facebook post than it is to get them to give you a donation. And so you want to like try to get people like get used to like doing really, really small things. And so maybe down the road, they'll be more likely to do bigger things like volunteer or donate or whatever. I feel like this is like the persuasion version of that. Like you're getting micro yeses out of them so that down the road, it'll be either they are becoming trained a little bit psychologically to not be in constant fight mode with you.
And I think they also feel like I'm not trying to trick them.
Yes.
Because if they find out later about a better pro-choice argument, they might look back on this conversation and feel like I tricked them. Right. And even just in the moment, I am giving them an out. I'm saying, I'm not trying to lead you somewhere and force you by not telling you this extra information to change your mind. Like, I want you to have all the facts.
Right.
We are here trying to find truth together and follow the truth where it leads. And so I think it just makes them respect me more, first of all, and be more open to hearing what I have to say, because they now really know I'm not trying to trick them, because I just handed them this extra information.